Call 219 here, and I had a great question that came in on a live chat on Wednesday. Wednesday nights, 9:30 tennis, using my live chat, and it was from 2A Dave, and he asked, how many magazines do you think you should use for each AR that you have? That's a tricky question. I mean, depending on the spot that you're in, the shit hits the fan moment, or something defending yourself, that's a little up in the air. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I'll go over what I use. And first of all, I got a chest rig. So if we go to the shit hits the fan scenario, on my chest rig, I have 3 mags. If the one behind me right here, this one carries 4 mags. Okay, so I like to have at least 5 magazines on my plate carrier. You say, well, where's your other magazines on this one? Well, I have a pouch here, right here, where I can take magazines and I can dump them in this pouch, okay? And I can fit up to about 3 more mags into this pouch, okay? So there you go on that. So in retrospect, I have 6 mags now. But you got to remember, the more you add on to your rig, if this is the way you're going to carry your gun and carry the ammunition, everything that comes along with it, the more weight you're going to have. Now, I have Spartan armor on both the front and back, plus the side plates here. So that's a lot of weight in itself, is just the plates. So now you're adding extra weight. Now, I'm not a huge dude. I'm not 6'5", you know what I'm saying, or 6'2". I'm 5'10", but I've carried a plate carrier before. I know the concepts of it. I know how to get away with adding a little bit more weight, but still becoming mobile. And that's one of the worst things that you could put yourself in a situation, is not being able to move, and to move quick enough to get to cover, or just to get out of dodge. And you become a stagnant target. A lot of these people that are doing shooting videos, a lot of them, they're shooting at a target that does not move. In my lifetime, I have shot at targets that move. It's tough. Being a hunter, shooting at targets that move, it's tough. The more movement you have creates a better chance of you not becoming a casualty on the battlefield, or in some kind of scenario, some kind of breakdown. So keep that in mind. You can add, but make sure when you add, you're going to be able to carry that weight. Like this one I have plates in that one. I only have it in the front chest position, because I don't think Cindy can carry everything that I carry. So I want to make sure she's mobile. I don't want to make her a target, a sitting duck, because she can't move fast enough, or she's falling behind, because that's going to spell disaster for the people that you run with. So keep that in mind when you're adding stuff. Now, what I like to have on at least my rig, even if I don't use this front pouch, I like to have 4 mags. I got another mag pouch that I haven't put on here yet. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. But I'll have 4 magazines. That gives me 4 magazines that I'm carrying. Plus, I'll have 1 in my AR. So that gives me a total of 5 magazines, 30 rounds a piece. That's pretty good. I would say that would be the best setup at this point for my household. Everybody's got a rifle at this point. So, I would at least want them to have 5 magazines. Hopefully they don't run those magazines dry real quick. They take time and focus on their shots. Another thing, what I like about ARs is the compatibility with magazines on a situation. Very interchangeable. So make sure you run your mags. Make sure you shoot what you're carrying, and if those magazines are working and functioning correctly in your firearm, put that stuff on whatever rig you're going to carry with, or buy the gun that's in your safe. So if you can't grab everything, you at least are grabbing magazines that are going to work, that are not going to create and cause havoc when you're trying to move and get to a safe location. So put that scenario in your mind. I know a lot of people want to carry a PCC nowadays. Light, efficient, especially at one point ammo was affordable for it, okay? Totally get that, totally understand it. The only drawback I see about that is sharing of ammunition. If you have a PCC, but everybody else in your group has an AR or AK, you're not going to be compatible. So if they run out of ammunition, you can't reach in your pouch and hand them off a mag. Okay? If you run out of ammunition, they can't grab a mag out of their pouch and hand it to you for you to use. So keep these kind of scenarios in the back of your head. Again, I have pistol mag pouches on my rig that when I'll carry a handgun, you know, I kind of can be versatile in that way where I'm not totally codependent on someone feeding me ammunition. I'll have enough to stay in the fight, enough to draw cover fire or something of that nature. Always keep these scenarios in your mind. PCCs are great. It can be really compact. A lot of people carry them as truck guns on their SUVs, things of that nature. But the compatibility of them are limited unless the people you are running with are running that same gear. So keep that kind of in your mind. But for me, I'm definitely going to carry at least 5 to 6 AR mags, depending on the weight. For me, definitely going to carry that many. Definitely going to at least have other people in my group carry at least 5 mags, unless I can get a lot more magazines out before we have to bug out or something of that nature. Make sure I have enough of that stuff to go around, because basically if you bug out, you're leaving your stuff here. So if something else is coming through your area, you're not here, they're going to stumble upon this stuff. And if you think you can go back and get it, you know, further down the road, probably not. They're probably going to get in there and probably going to take your stuff. So make sure you don't sell yourself short on grabbing what you need. Again, just like my grab and go tub or ammo can that I made a video about. You know, if I have enough time, I'm going to grab that. That's got AR mags in there. That's got pistol ammunition. That's got 22 stuff in case, you know, we're stuck out a lot longer than what we need to and we have to shoot small game. I make sure it's prepared for everything in that conjunction. Another good thing to have is a decent pistol, a really down and dirty pistol that you know is going to function well. I highly suggest that, and at least 4 mags for that. This one is only 2, but again, I have the capability, if I only can grab 2 extra AR mags, I could probably put 2 more pistol magazines in this pouch. So the map pouch really comes in handy with this type of plate carrier. It's very functional, and I want to give myself as many advantages over the opposition as I can. And it's not affordable. This stuff can get pricey on you, but you can put a rig like this together, and you can really put it to a good standard. I know a lot of people like to go off what other people do on the internet. I don't. I go off of what works well for me. If 5 magazines don't work well for you, carry 6 if that does, or maybe 1 less. I always look at it in kind of a military standpoint. If somebody else is carrying a little bit light, maybe give them an extra magazine or 2. You know what I'm saying? You might add a tad bit more weight to what they're carrying, but if you're hunkered down with all of this stuff and like this vest over here, it's always good to have somebody that's carrying a little bit extra. Again, we're never going to be fully prepared for what happens in a shit hits the fan scenario or some kind of civil unrest stuff. We're just not going to know. So that's a little bit of a tricky question to answer, but hopefully that'll answer about what I'm setting myself up in this rig to kind of balance that off of what I need to survive, to keep my family safe. So great question. Again, that's up to you. It's up to you of what the people you're running with can carry, what they can handle. Because again, you don't want to start adding weight. You don't want to start adding weight to people that can't carry that weight. Because not only if you're going to run a chest rig, you're going to have stuff that's in back of your chest rig. Like me, I have water. Water is going to be critical. It's going to be crucial. I have a way to carry water, so that's going to have weight when it's filled with water. Plus, you're going to have a rifle. So not on top of that, you're gonna have to figure something out to where it's not going to be hard for people to maneuver, because you're adding weight, and if those people can't carry their weight, they're going to end up being more of a little bit of a liability in it. And I don't want to put it in a mean way, but you really don't want to put somebody in a disadvantage in your group. But you definitely don't want to start expelling all your medical and time that you can get away from the situation. So just look at the scenarios, run them through your head. A lot of people call me crazy, but I don't think I'm crazy. I'd rather have this stuff and not need it than to need it and not have it, just in case. We've seen a lot of stuff go on in society, and if I have to bug out, I think this rig, when it's fully put together, is going to benefit me. It's not going to be a hindrance. You don't want a hindrance, people. You want it to benefit you, but mainly that person that's carrying it. So that's up to you how many magazines that you want to carry with your rifle, how many you want to carry on your chest rig if you're going to do this. I highly suggest you get one of these, because if you're going to just be running around, the shit hits the fan with magazines hanging out of your pocket like a video game, doesn't quite work that way. So keep this kind of stuff into perspective. Hopefully that gives you something, Dave, that you can hang in the back of your mind and kind of refresh it from time to time. But that's kind of my situation that I'm in with the people that I'm with. So again, quick recap: as many mags as you can carry on your plate carrier if you're going to run a plate carrier. Just don't bog yourself down with weight. Make sure you have weapons that are compatible with each other, that you can switch out magazines with other people in your group, especially to take off the battlefield too. If you find magazines laying down on the ground, that's always a plus as well. So keep these kind of scenarios in there. Don't sell yourself short. Get out there and practice. Get out there and practice and shoot targets that move. That's a big it's a big plus, and it's really going to benefit you if anything, God forbid, would ever happen. Because a lot of these dudes that are shooting great shots, they can shoot from far distances, but I want to see them shoot that 50, 60-yard shot with somebody at a full sprint or somebody constantly moving. It's not as easy as you think. Trust me, I've missed deer that way, and they're pretty fast. They're faster than the average human. So again, there's a little rundown of the questions I asked. If you have a question, you can send it to me in an email. I'll throw it down in the link below. If you have any more questions that you want to run by me, come visit us on Wednesday nights for rants and raves, 9:30, 10-ish, whenever my internet wants to work, and ask questions there, because even if I can't answer them, there's a lot of knowledgeable people in my chat that could probably answer that question better than I can. So that's always a plus to keep the information flowing, because when it breaks, that's when we start breaking down and having problems communicating. So that's my little take on how many AR mags you should have. It's up to you. I'd like to thank my old and my new subscribers and just the people that zip through. Greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for more notifications. Do it for everybody that you watch on YouTube. It helps with the algorithms. In the comment section below, if you want to, if you don't, I understand what you run, how many mags you may think to help others out. Because again, when information breaks, man, that's when we're all caught in the dark. And like always, guys, catch you on the next one.